Hi, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone, and in this video we'll solve 10 questions to get you prepared for the Saville Hiring Assessment test. The questions on the test always change, and what you will get might be different, but make sure to watch this video until the end and attempt all 10 questions yourself, as this practice exposes you to the variety of questions you might get and also boosts your cognitive, analytical, and problem-solving skills, sharpens your mind, and keeps you energized and ready for challenges. Let's go ahead and get started. In this question, you're presented with very interesting shape, which reminds me half pyramid. The first row of this shape has numbers 1, 2, and 3. See the pattern here? Second row has numbers 2, 3, 5, and 8. And third row also has 4 numbers, 3, 1, 4, and 5. And the fifth number is missing. You need to calculate the missing number and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 6. Choice B, 7. Choice C, 8. And choice D, 9. Since I already know the answer, and this challenge is really for you, here's the plan. Your goal is to understand the question and lock in your answer before time is up, just like you would on a real test. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I truly hope that you saw the pattern here where next number in the same row is calculated as the sum of previous 2 numbers. Let's look at the example. In the first row we have numbers 1, 2, and 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Let's switch to the second row. 2 plus 3 equals 5. And 3 plus 5 equals 8. In the third row you see that 3 plus 1 equals 4. And 1 plus 4 equals 5. And here's the moment to calculate the missing number. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And the correct answer here is choice D, 9. Solving this problem is like training for the Olympics. Each effort builds strength and resilience. So keep pushing. Your greatness is taking shape. You're presented with 5 Olympic rings. The numbers in the rings are organized in 3 rows. First row has numbers 13, 7, and 15. Second row has numbers 3, 4, 5, and 1. See, smaller numbers. And then the third row only has 1 number on the right, number 10. And then left number is missing. You need to calculate and select the missing number out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8. Choice B, 9. Choice C, 10. And choice D, 11. Review the question carefully, just like you would on a real test. Choose your answer before time runs out, and I'll walk you through the solution afterwards. Let's begin. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? Even though the training for the Olympics is very, very difficult, the pattern in this question is really simple. Numbers in each circle have a sum of 16. For example, 13 plus 3 equals 16. And these are 2 numbers in the upper left circle. Let's continue going around the circle clockwise to verify the pattern. 4 plus 7 plus 5 also equals 16. 1 plus 15 also equals 16. 5 plus 1 plus 10 also equals 16. And I think you know what time it is now. It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. We have 3 numbers in the bottom left circle. 3, 4, and then missing number. 3 plus 4 plus missing number equals 16, which means that missing number equals 16 minus 7, and missing number equals 9. So the correct answer here is choice B, 9. In this question, you're presented with 4 objects, and you need to determine the odd one. Take a moment to fully understand the question and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Make sure to lock in your answer before time is up. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because even though question seems complex, the solution here is really simple. In fact, we can find the answer in 3 simple steps. In step 1, we need to break down each object into individual parts, individual basic shapes. In step 2, we need to review fundamental geometrical components of each object. And in step 3, we need to identify what the majority of objects have in common to find the outlier. Let's start with step 1. As you can see, each object consists of fundamental geometrical components. We see circles, we see squares, and we see triangle. For example, object B has 2 squares and 2 circles. Object C has a square and a circle. And object D has triangle and a circle. As you can see, objects B, C, and D all have circle in common. And object A does not have a circle, which means that object A is the odd one, since it has rounded areas but does not have a full circle. And the correct answer here is choice A. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 4 objects, and you need to determine the odd one. Your choices for the answers are choices A, B, C, and D. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments, and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving the school problem. Let's make sure we look at this question as a building block in your journey to success. With determination and focus, you are steadily advancing toward your goal. You're presented with a phenomenally cool symmetrical set of shapes. The first shape has numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then number 2 in the middle. Second shape has numbers 3, 9, and 6, and then number 3 in the middle. The third shape has numbers 4, 4 again, 5, and then missing number in the middle, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 1, choice B, 2, choice C, 3, and last but not least, choice D, 4. Feel free to take your time with this question, just like you would during the actual test. When you're ready, we will review the answer together, and I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the pattern in this question could not be any simpler. Let me show you the first element of this pattern. 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then for the bottom number on the left, 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. In fact, bottom values are calculated as follows. The right bottom number is found by adding the top number and the middle number, while the left bottom number is determined by multiplying the top number by the middle number. Let's look at the second shape to reaffirm this pattern. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. And you know what time it is? It's the magic time to calculate the missing number. I'm pretty sure you guessed it by now, because the number is 1. Let's verify it. 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 4 multiplied by 1 equals 4. So the correct answer here is choice A, 1. But hold on, there is more. Here's the question for you to tackle. You're presented with 3 shapes. The first shape has numbers 3, 1, and 6, and then number 2 in the middle. Second shape has numbers 2, 1, and 2, and then number 1 in the middle. And then the third shape only has 2 numbers visible, 5 and 3, and 2 other numbers are missing. You need to determine the pattern, calculate your answer, and select your solution out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 2 and 10, choice B, 2 and 9, choice C, 3 and 4, and last but not least, choice D, 4 and 5. After you've calculated your answer, and that's right, there is no guessing, you have to calculate it. Post it in comments and I'll provide my feedback. Best of luck on this intriguing challenge. It might come to you as a surprise what Winston Churchill once said. Success is not final. Failure is not final. It's the courage to continue that counts. Same way is you have the power to persevere through any challenge, including this question. The key is not to give up, but keep trying. You're presented with the square, which has 16 numbers inside, and 1 number is missing. The numbers are, starting from the upper left corner, 3, 9, 2, and 4 in the first row, 4, 7, 2, and 2 in the second row, 5, 7, 2, and 4 in the third row. And then the last row contains numbers 6, 8, 2, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 2, choice B, 4, choice C, 6, and choice D, 8. Are you finding this question tricky? Well, that's the sign you are stretching your problem-solving muscles. Embrace the challenge, think creatively, and let's work through this together. I know you've got what it takes. Are you excited to share your solution? Let's roll up our sleeves and begin the comparison. The pattern here is rather simple. The last 2 digits in each row are equal to the sum of the first 2 digits multiplied by 2. Let's look at the example. The first row has numbers 3, 9, 2, and 4. 3 plus 9 equals 12, multiplied by 2 equals 24. Let's look at the other rows. 4 plus 7 multiplied by 2 equals 11 multiplied by 2 and equals 22. 5 plus 7 multiplied by 2 equals 24. And then the last row where we calculate the missing number, where 6 plus 8 multiplied by 2 equals 28. So the correct answer here is choice D, 8. If developing sharper analytical skills and learning resilience on your way to success is your goal, which I'm pretty sure it is, this question could challenge you to take yourself to the next level. You're presented with 3 human-like looking shapes. Each shape has 5 circles inside, and each circle has a number inside. The first shape has numbers 9, 3, 4, 5, and 12. The second shape has numbers 14, 7 and 3, 11 and 21. The third shape has numbers 16, 8 and 3, 24, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 13, choice B, 14, choice C, 15, and last but not least, choice D, 16. Still struggling? Well, let me give you a hint. Take a close look at the first shape. Take a look at the numbers 9, 3, and 12. What is in common in these numbers? Which math operation would you use to get from 9 using 3 to 12? Always remember that it's perfectly okay to pause this video and reflect on the problem when you look for patterns. The most important things you can do as a learner is to answer how and why questions, which will help you to get to the next level. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? Remember the hint I gave you? I hope you figured out that 9 plus 3 equals 12. To help us understand the pattern here, let's assign letters to each circle so I can easily communicate it to you. Let's assign letters A, B, C, D, and E. And A is the starting number. As you can see it's in the bigger circle and it has the darker background. So A plus E equals C, C divided by E equals B, and A minus B calculates D. Let's look at the example for the calculations. 9 plus 3 equals 12. 12 divided by 3 equals 4, and 9 minus 4 equals 5. Let's confirm the pattern with the second shape. 14 plus 7 equals 21. 21 divided by 7 equals 3, and 14 minus 3 equals 11. And now is the moment of truth. Now is the time to calculate the missing number. 16 plus 8 equals 24. 24 divided by 8 equals 3, and 16 minus 3 equals 13. So the correct answer here is choice A, 13. In this question, you need to determine the color, which is a result of mixing red and yellow. Your choices for the answers are choice A, green, choice B, purple, choice C, orange, and choice D, brown. You will have about 15 seconds to understand the question and carefully choose your answer. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is really simple. As you might already know, mixing colors is part of the basic color theory, where primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, combined to form the secondary colors. The good example of this is how in schools and homes, kids mix primary colors, like red and yellow, in art projects to learn about color creation and developing creative skills. But we only need to select 1 out of 4 choices, right? So let's first look at the tricky but incorrect choices. Green is typically created by mixing blue and yellow, not red and yellow. This is why choice A is incorrect. Purple is formed by mixing red and blue, and that was a choice B, also incorrect one. And brown is typically made by mixing primary colors in different proportions or adding complementary colors. As we just learned, red and yellow both are primary colors, and we mix them, we create orange, which is why the correct answer here is orange. Artists are the one who use it the most. They often mix red and yellow to create different shades of orange when painting sunsets, autumn leaves, or other natural scenes. Chefs and bakers are close second. They create orange icing or decorative elements for cakes and desserts, especially for seasonal themes like Halloween or Thanksgiving. What are the other areas where you see red and yellow mixed together? While you're thinking, make sure to post your answer in comments, and I'll share with you final answer, which is C, orange. When I started looking at this question, I realized that attempting to solve it feels like trying to light a match in the wind. Sometimes you get a spark, but most of the time you end up with the metaphoric blown-out candle. You're presented with the equation, which is built with matches. You need to move 1 matchstick to fix this equation, because the way it looks, it's not correct. The current equation is 7 minus 4 equals 5, which is mathematically is not correct. It is a very simple equation, and all you need to do is to move just 1 match. And the best thing is, whether you're a pro or newcomer, I trust you to conquer this challenge. Remember, time is your friend, and a little outside of the box thinking goes a long way. You've got this. Take your time, get creative, and let's crack this puzzle together. The most important consideration here, which makes this problem so challenging, is that moving 1 matchstick changes 2 elements of the equation: source, where you took the matchstick from, and the destination. This is why each move should be carefully considered, taking into account its impact on both the original and new elements within the equation to achieve the desired result. Once you follow the simple tips, you need to ensure that move aligns with the mathematical rules and creates a valid solution. And the solution here is rather simple. You need to take 1 matchstick from the first digit and move it to the mathematical sign. The correct equation here is 1 plus 4 equals 5. In this question, you're presented with the sequence of numbers: 18, 14, 11, 9, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 7, choice B, 8, choice C, 6, and choice D, 5. This is what we're gonna do. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose 1 of 4 answer options before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution is as simple and elegant as these cool shapes that we see on the screen. Sequence follows a pattern of decreasing by consecutive numbers. Let's look at the example. The first set of numbers are 18 and 14. 18 minus 4 equals 14. You see that in the first pair, the decrement is 4. But in the next pair, the decrement would be 3. Let's continue with our examples. 14 minus 3 equals 11. Can you guess what the next decrement would be? I think you've got it. 11 minus 2, right? That's what you thought. Equals 9. And now is the magic moment to calculate the missing number. 9 minus 1 equals 8. So the correct answer here is choice B, 8. But wait, are you ready for another round? Now, as you know how to tackle these types of challenges, let's keep the momentum going. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with extremely cool looking shapes, which have sequence of numbers 25, 21, 18, 16, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 13, choice B, 14, choice C, 15, and choice D, 16. After you've worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Let's approach this question like a video game, and each shape as a level we need to conquer. Keep in mind that you got all the cheat codes, which is your preparation, and you're ready to get to the next level and get the highest possible score. You're presented with 3 cool looking shapes. The first shape has numbers 2, 5, and 10. The second shape has numbers 3, 6, and 11. And then the third shape has numbers 4, 7, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 11, choice B, 12, choice C, 13, and last but not least, choice D, 14. To solve it, take your time to thoroughly consider the problem, rule out incorrect options, and double-check your final answer. Ready, set, go! Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? I hope you are, since the pattern here in this question is extremely simple. Take a close look at the first shape. It has numbers 2, 5, and 10. Take a look at the circle, which has number 2. It is a little bit darker. What could it mean? It could mean a lot of different things, but in this case, it means that this might be the starting point. And the pattern here is that if we start with initial number 12 o'clock, add 3 to get to the second number, and then we add 5 to get to the third number. Let's look at the example. For the first shape, 2 plus 3 equals 5, and 5 plus 5 equals 10. In the second shape, 3 plus 3 equals 6, and 6 plus 5 equals 11. And you know what time it is, right? It's time to calculate the missing number. 4 plus 3 equals 7, and 7 plus 5 equals 12. So the correct answer here is choice B, 12. But wait, there is more. There's the question for you to solve. Numbers in the first shape are 3, 7, and 13. Numbers in the second shape are 5, 9, and 15. And there are only 2 numbers in the third shape, 9 and 13. And then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 17, choice B, 18, choice C, 19, and last but not least, choice D, 21. Once you solve it, share your answer in comments so I can give you my feedback. Good luck solving this intriguing challenge. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with cool looking shape, which has 3 rows of numbers. First row has numbers 2, 3, and 5. Second row has numbers 4, 1, 6, and 7. And then the third row has numbers 3, 2, 5, 2, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 6, choice B, 7, choice C, 8, and choice D, 9. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.